1,100 cards that will never see the light of day's reprint ever again. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more Oz content. Quarter centuries are one of the most interesting rarities in Konami's history because these cards hold such a crazy mantle of rarity within the game. You know, there's basically 1,090 results of these on TCG Player, just short of 1,100 different copies of cards that will never see reprints in this rarity again. Now, QCRs, I mean, the most expensive one and probably the poster child of this is the Dragon Master Magia, being the $650 to $800 card still to this day. The Sky Striker Ray, still $400+ is impressive. While Charming Fua's, while this card was one of the most expensive ones for its era, we've actually been seeing a pretty big drop in these. There was a time where these were $300, but because the meta has kind of been shifting around and people not really knowing, you know, the ins and outs of where they want to put these, we are starting to see a little bit of a decline in these, which is not necessarily surprising. And that the Blue Eyes White Dragon, on the other hand, though, from the Ultimate Kaiba set, the Ultimate Kaiba set has been an oddity ever since it has existed. The set, it comes and goes with craziness, but these are 275. Branded Fusions, currently still 200. Lubellions, 200 as well. And Roses are still holding about 250 on these. Meanwhile, the Magician Apprentice Girls are about 160. These have actually declined quite a lot. Lubellions are down to 130. Keep in mind, Monstrous Revenge was another set from this era that really held the mantle extremely high for its craziness for the time. I'm glad to see that those are calming down. The Engages are down to 124 now, which is actually a pretty big decline as well. Now, obviously, as we get into some of these quarter century sets, you're going to see a lot of these vanilla monsters, like, you know, Blue Eyes White Dragon 4, 5, you know, the LOB arts. These do carry more extreme price points with them. As you can see, the LOB art coming in at $220, while Charming Perulia coming in at $213. The Dominuses, well, here's the thing. You can get the extended Starlight Rares, or you have to get the QCR versions, which you're taking a coin flip on the rarities here, which is a little bit rough in terms of, you know, what you want to do. It looks like 145 on Paladins, the exclusives, which will never get a reprint. Wanteds are 200+ now, which is crazy. Blackluster Soldiers are 170, which, I mean, that's the Envoy tax for you. Blazing Cartesias are still holding 115. Harp Horrors 130+. These just go up. Upstart Goblins are 109. Dark Magician Girl Art A is 140. I mean, you're 2 pages in here, and you're seeing quite oddities. Now, Pot of Greed, keep in mind that this was limited to the Pot collection exclusively. This was the reason for you to buy the Pot collection. The fact that they advertised, you know, you get all these cool different pots, but at the exact same time, you know, you get the guaranteed QCR Pot of Greed, which has not returned back to legality to even see this version see play. It's still pretty much worth it. Linkages, I mean, still $90. We already talked about Varudris, though it looks like he's actually on a pretty big decline right now. I do think that Varudris, being one of the better rank 10 Omni Negates in the game, is still worth considering for its absolutely great value. Promethean Princess coming in at 78. Super Polys are 102. Thing with the Super Poly, though, is this is really competing with the other rarities. You know, you have the extended Starlight Rares, you have Ultimate Rares. It's not a good look. Also, this is crazy. The decline of SP Little Knight. You know, these were so expensive for as long as they were propped up on a pedestal. But you're down to $75 now for these, which is insane. But this is what happens when they reprint a card like this in Starlight Rare. You know, also, it's still an extremely good card. Looks like Ecclesias are finally starting to decline down a little bit here. But let's be real. Like, the Albaz stuff has been great. You know, so many decks like to play it. You know, it's great tech innovations and build-in, but $96 is what you're looking at. Diabell Stars also are holding at 100 right now, which has been pretty consistent. Engravers, well, how are you doing, buddy? Engravers are still about $90. Honestly, I'm kind of impressed with that. This guy has held on for dear life, which is kind of impressive. Primite, Lordly Load, Ether Barrel thing, $65. He's gone down quite a lot in terms of things. Your Blue Eyes, I love these damaged copies. These are still about $90 plus. Actually, no, I lied. These are $60 now for light play. Wow, these tanked. That's crazy considering how high up on a pedestal those were. Heavy Storms are 160 right now. Okay. Crimson Dragons, 110s still. Do these actually go up? Wow. Crimson Dragons actually have budged upwards. That was not on my list of things. Ultimate Dragon of Pride and Soul, another exclusive, $90 right now. Your Welcome Labs are... Honestly, 83 is still a lot for those. Mirror Force is about 100. You can get a mod play for 50. Unchained, this is another one it's gonna feel so bad. Because you have to remember, we do have the extended art coming in Maestro, which I guess. Blue Eyes Ultimate's 82. This card's been kind of cruise controlling. Archlord Christias, this one's been falling. I really don't know how I feel about this. Archlord Christias were like consistently 95 for the longest time, and there's still decks that want to play this because it is a floodgate enabler. You literally beam this thing on out, your opponent's not playing the game, but they've been slipping a lot. I do think, obviously, as things change, we might eventually see these go up. Also, Dark Arm Dragon here. There's only 10 listings of these, and they are very clearly pushing upwards. These are $118 a piece, but nostalgia, older formats, incredibly powerful card. I'm not surprised to see, the value in that. Also, Terraformings. There's one near mint here for 82, and we go up to 120, on up to 150. Talk about a card that's just vanishing right now. Honestly, I'm not surprised. You got to remember, Terraforming is... Really, one of these just sold a couple days ago for 158. Interesting. Vanquishal Jalongs. God, these are tanked into the ground. These are 79s. LZs are coming in 75s. Kaias's are 106s. IPs are down to 65. And once again, you can thank the alternative art for doing that. Stratos's, these are actually kind of cheap now. 88s. Summon Skulls are, 103. I'm sorry. Why $103? I mean, I guess. Your White Rabbits have pushed up into extreme numbers. These are $67+ a piece. Yikeroos, that's a lot of money. Your Malcharming Meows are also up at 70s. Looks like Called by the Graves, 77s. And going down. It's actually kind of impressive those have tanked that much. Dark Magician Quarter Centuries are at 75s. Pack Bits are 69s. Giggity. These Veilers have also tanked down into 70s. We have market price at 77, but they've been slipping. I've not seen a set of these together, which is kind of weird to say, considering, people were picking up and then they just kind of vanished, which is kind of weird. Diabell Stars for originals are, you have one for 53 and then on up to 60. Snatch Steals are 73. Another Terminal Revenge Battles Legend QCR going down. And then, of course, our Magician of Bonds and Unities have been slipping down. These are sub-60s now, which is good. Lordly Loads are at 45s. I wonder why that is. Typhoons, still $63. Vices is at 65. Swords of Revealing Light. Oh, the exclusive Worlds ones. These are $70 now. Ash Blossoms. These are down to $63. You guys remember when these were so crazy valuable, and now they've tanked so fast. That's so crazy. Dark Magician Girl B, $75. Okay. This Magician of Bonds and Unity is expensive. Okay. This Dark Magician's going up. Wishes, these are down. A lot of damaged copies here, but I can't imagine these are expensive. Yeah. Still about $57 for LP copies. And your Maiden also, so many damaged copies of these. These are 50s now for the Maiden. That's crazy, but that should give you a little bit of an idea of how QCRs have been holding up. They're not impressive by any stretch of the imagination, and the ones that are going up are what you would kind of expect, They're the staples like Terraforming and Dark Arm Dragon, but please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here in a day, guys.
Patrons!
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.